Hello, welcome to my MMA Diary entry number 3. This one's going to be focusing around the UFC Fight Night, which features the Bantamweight title bout between TJ Dillashaw and Dominic Cruz, with the co-main event being Eddie Alvarez versus Anthony Pettis. And last time I sort of did the main event for the first video, and then I did the co-main as the second video. I think this time I'm going to switch it up. It just sort of makes sense that the co-main should be first and then the main event be second. I don't know, but then again, you know, everyone's excited for the main fight, so why wouldn't they want to watch that first? I don't know, that's just something that goes on in my mind. But yeah, here's a quick rundown of the card of the fights that I find pretty interesting. Like I mentioned, Dillashaw versus Cruz and Pettis versus Alvarez. And then there's a heavyweight fight between Travis Browne and Matt Mitrione. There's, rounding out the main card, there's Ross Pearson versus Francisco Trinaldo. Featured prelim is Patrick Cote versus Ben Saunders. The Fight Pass featured prelim is Paul Felder versus Darren Cruikshank. And then somewhere in the prelims, there's Tim Boetsch versus Ed Herman. I'm going to try and give you a little breakdown of what I think of the top 3 fights. I can't stress enough how new I am to MMA, so don't take any don't think my words carry any weight when it comes to this stuff. Like, I don't know anything about it. I've never practiced any mixed martial arts, so this is just coming from an outsider's perspective. I tried watching the past 2 fights of the top 6 fighters on this card. I wasn't able to watch Matt Mitrione versus Big Ben Rothwell. The last time they fought was in New Orleans. I wanted to watch it, but I couldn't watch it because Fight Pass doesn't have it for some reason. So here we go.
Our fight tonight is scheduled for 3.
So the TJ Dillashaw Dominic Cruz fight, I'm really excited for. I think that
big combination.
I think that both guys, you could easily make a case for both guys to win.
They're going after it quick. Pettis with some inside leg kicks.
I think that. Oh.
Good leg kick. Tagged, turning into an all-out slugfest.
I think that it's going to be more of a offensive versus defensive fight, where I think Dominic Cruz is easily the better defensive fighter, and TJ Dillashaw is pretty much definitively the better offensive fighter. But they're both highly skilled fighters. I mean, you can make a case. Oh God.
He will throw up multiple submission attempts.
You could easily make a case that Dominic Cruz is at a disadvantage because he's been gone for so long. But that Mizugaki fight was something else.
Under 3 on the clock, round 1.
So I watched the last 2 fights, like I said.
Nice trip, and he completes the take.
And I thought that TJ Dillashaw did not look dominant in that Joe Soto fight, which is weird because, I mean,
he has worked his way back into side control.
Because it was a short notice fight. That's obvious that it's going to be kind of difficult to look amazing against a fighter who you weren't prepared to fight against. But Joe Soto, that was his first fight in the UFC, you know? Like, you're the champion, you'd expect to see some sort of domination. The head kick knockout that he got him with in the 5th was impressive, but... Or was that the 5th or the 4th? I have it in my notes, but I'm on the wrong page.
That's a nice hook to the head. Superman punch.
I think that Dillashaw in the clinch, I noticed in the past 2 fights, he's so good in the clinch. Like, he goes into the takedown. Fudge. Oh man, I'm getting owned. He goes into the takedown but he doesn't really go for the takedown. He more or less just tries to get in the clinch. And then...
And there's a reversal. Pettis is trying for the choke. He got free of the choke. Half guard.
Let's try and keep him down here. Get him a few times. He'll get in the clinch and he'll land some devastating strikes, which is awesome. But Cruz is so smart. The Mizugaki fight, the Demetrius Johnson fight, Demetrius Johnson's last fight at Bantamweight, I think, it was so good. Like, Dominic game plan for him all the way. Like, if he wasn't so prepared to take him down and excel on the ground, hold him down and use his size, I think DJ would have won that fight.
And another perfectly placed strike.
So, all in all, I'm going to go with defense over offense in this fight. I wouldn't feel good putting money on it, but I'm going for Cruz personally, and I think Cruz was such a dominant fighter. I know people didn't like him because he was the decisionator or whatever, but I thought he was awesome. Again, I never seen him fight live besides that Mizugaki fight, but what I have watched, I think is awesome. Man, I cannot stop these takedowns. I'm going to lose this by decision if I don't get knocked out.
He lands a hammer fist. Good control in his opponent's half guard and some big ground and pound.
I can't get out.
Trying to pass here. He's looking for a Kimura. He popped out of the Kimura. Solid strike to the head. Pettis is trying for a submission here. Pulling down on the back of the head, trying to finish it with the choke here. Pretty tight. He might get it, Joe. He escaped.
Oh, so close. So close.
Looking to pass guard.
I cannot. Man, I'm so bad on the ground. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, this is just ridiculous how bad I am right here.
And he's able to push him off. Oh, nice. Anthony Pettis' striking seems to be just a bit off tonight, Joe. He's having a hard time with his striking tonight.
So, like I said, I'm going with Dominic. I don't feel great about it, but I think that Dominic, I want him to win so bad. But if TJ can look dominant in this fight, I think that he has some credence here to say that he's one of the greatest bantamweights of all time.
Pettis gets the takedown. Just over 2 on the clock.
Oh shit! How the fuck did that happen?
He's back up to his feet. Pettis gets caught by the head kick. He connects with the hook. Look at this. Good kick to
For the Anthony Pettis, Eddie Alvarez fight, I think this should be an awesome fight. Eddie Alvarez is a tough motherfucker who's not gonna go down easy. He could barely stand against what's his face, Cowboy Cerrone, and he still stood in there and traded with him.
That knee connects. Joey's looking for some control here. He's got double underhooks. He's got him in the tie clinch. And he stuffs that.
Stay relaxed and breathe. Keep your hands up. Breathe.
He was able to survive a pretty. I mean, I didn't think the Gilbert Melendez fight. I didn't think that was as great as people thought it was, but ooh shit.
Hurt him with that overhand. Man, he took
It scored. I didn't think that was as good a fight as people said it was, but it showed that Alvarez, you know, stays in there. He ended up winning that fight too, but like I said, I didn't think it was that great a fight. So my notes here.
Let's take a look at some of the action.
Alvarez is very susceptible to the leg kicks. Cerrone, like I mentioned, he took his legs out from under him, was barely able to stand at the end of the fight. Pettis is good at kicks. I think that you'll see a lot of kicks in this fight from Pettis. Pettis is always attacking, but his defense against RDA and Gilbert Melendez was pretty weak. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Pettis eat some shots. And yeah, like I said, Eddie Alvarez is tough as hell. So I wouldn't expect to see a knockout in the first round unless it was by spectacular fashion.
Pettis with the teeth.
Good combination. Beautiful right hand. Nice Superman punch. Oh, he landed it.
Just missed with the right hook.
Good shot.
He checks the kick.
I'm excited for those two fights, the main event and the co-main event. I think those are two really good fights, especially on a free card. On FS1 no less.
Fighting like a guy who's much shorter than he actually is.
Oh, I wobbled him.
And he looks for the takedown.
He catches the kick and counters with the takedown.
Alright, I'm gonna go for a submission here. Oh. Here we go. Shit. One more time.
Beautiful punch.
God damn it.
Flips him over into side control.
Back up.
The Travis Brown versus Matt Mitrione fight. I'm expecting Travis Brown to get back on track from that Eddie Alvarez or that Andre Arlovski knockout. Wow, I'm getting crushed.
He is a bloody mess.
Finish him. Don't stop. Keep going. Come on.
Knee to the body here.
Both men want to improve their position in the clinch. Man, he connected with that front kick. Good punch by Pettis. 2 minutes remain in the fight.
What a brawl. These guys are going off.
Oh, that's a
I mean, Travis Brown's knockouts of Josh Barnett and
Tags him.
shit. There's one. God, how the fuck does he keep doing that? There's one more guy who he just creamed.
Big shot. Blood is pouring out of his face, Mike.
Joe, he may be looking for a Kimura attempt here. And now he's able to force himself free.
Oh, he landed a right hand.
Anthony Pettis is aware that he is behind on the judges' scorecards. So he's going to look for the finish any way he can.
He's got to either get a submission or get the knockout because he's not going to get a decision.
Good sprawl.
Good sprawl here.
30 seconds to glory, baby. 30 seconds.
I just tried diving in there to get in on him, but it's not really working.
That huge head kick was blocked.
Ooh.
They go the distance.
Well, that sucked. Matt Mitrione is he lost against Ben Rothwell. I think he got knocked out. I wasn't able to watch it, like I mentioned. Mitrione's fight against Gonzaga, pretty impressive, but Gonzaga is not that great of a fighter anymore. I don't think he ever really was, but he looks impressive there. My notes here: Mitrione, he moves very well, and he's gonna have to close distance against Brown if he wants to win this, because I think if Brown has such good kicks and reach with his strikes, I don't think Mitrione's gonna fare very well if he just sort of stands there and trades with him. Brown has scary knockouts. He took the Andre Arlovski fight on short notice, and it was a total war. I mean, the last minute and a half of that fight is probably one of the best minute and a halves in all of MMA history. That's probably hyperbole, but it was really, really good. I wouldn't put too much stock in an Andre Arlovski fight. He took it short notice. Arlovski caught him a few times, but he was still able to stand in there and trade. I'm going to pick Brown in this fight. I think Brown will get a KO in the first or second. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Pettis actually submitted Alvarez. But I'm looking for Pettis to sort of stake his claim here and show that he's one of the better fighters in the UFC. Pearson versus Trinaldo. I'm not really excited for this fight. Honestly, I was going to watch Trinaldo's fights, but it's Friday and the fight's going to be Sunday, so I wanted to get this out. I'm going to pick Pearson because he beat Paul Felder, and I really like Paul Felder because I saw Paul Felder fight in Chicago, and he had a war with Edson Barbosa. It was really fun. Cote versus Saunders. Saunders hasn't really fought really high-level competition in the UFC. Saunders is, or Cote is sort of been in a lot of wars, so I'm going to go with Cote here. Felder versus Cruikshank. So both of these guys fight in Chicago. Both of them look pretty good. I think the Detroit Superstar actually lost in Chicago. Well, let me see here if I took it down in my notes if he lost or won.
Standing 5 feet 9 inches tall.
I didn't.
155 pounds. Fighting.
First, yeah, I'm pretty sure Krause won. I can't be positive. I can be, but I'm unprepared. But I'm going to pick Felder. I think Felder is one of the more exciting fighters, trained with Cowboy. Then Boach versus Herman. This isn't really a great fight. I mean, Boach lost 5 of his last 7 against really good competition. And Ed Herman is sort of just a fill-in fighter. But I'm gonna pull for Herman. I like Boach. I think this might be a loser leaves town match. Because I mean, both these guys can be in the UFC, like they're skilled fighters, but the UFC doesn't like to keep fighters around and keep losing. And Boach is sort of on, like I said, 5 of the last 7 he lost. I don't know. I think Boach could easily get a job in Bellator. But I'm gonna pick Herman here. So that's what I got for the fight card for this coming Sunday. Some news and notes. There's been a lot of controversy over the judging and scorecards and like the rounds and the minutes and all that stuff. I gotta say, I'm not too worried about it. I didn't think that Lawler versus Condit scorecard was that bad. Honestly, I thought that if anyone should be upset, it should have been Joe Soto during that card, because I thought he pretty clearly won the fight against the Japanese opponent who he fought. Alright, I can't be on the ground with this guy.
Good elbow, very nice.
And back up. Great kick by Pettis.
Very nice combination.
He punished him with that hook.
Wow, what a...
People are saying that there should be changes to the scoring and all that. I think I'm alright with it. I just don't think it would be very easy to implement. I think there's a lot of sort of wasted energy on these rants and all that stuff. In other news, Yoel Romero got popped for banned substances for his fight against Jacare.
Trying to find a home.
Not very surprising.
Under 3 on the clock, round 1.
But he sort of really messed up getting caught with this fight, because I mean, he was in line for a title shot, you know? Like, that was like the worst time he could possibly get caught. So I think that Chris Weidman versus, oh man, that was terrible. Chris Weidman versus Jacare would be fair as the fight to determine who gets the next title shot. Or you could even just give Vitor the next title shot and let Rockhold avenge his loss against that guy. So I mean, who wouldn't want to see Vitor get his ass kicked?
And now he stacks
besides the Brazilians.
Good shot to the body. Pettis is cut.
Man,
He's got some options from here inside control. And
get up!
Back up again.
Oh man, with that right leg kick.
Good connection by Pettis.
Front kick to the face.
And he connects with that punch. Trying to mix things up.
Oh, what an exchange!
Chris Weidman on Mixed Martial Arts Hour with Ariel Helwani said that he was happy that he lost and that he wasn't getting excited for fight anymore, which I just think is ridiculous. I think that's a terrible thing to say, that you're happy you lost because you couldn't get excited for fights anymore. It was different, that you weren't getting excited for the training and any of that stuff. I think that's a cop-out. Even if it is true, it's a total cop-out. It's kind of disrespectful to Luke Rockhold, honestly. But like I said, Jacare versus Weidman would be interesting. And it's a fair fight to determine who would be the #1 contender. Well, Vitor got his ass kicked by Rockhold. And you could put Demetrius on that card. I think that would be a decent selling card. Because I really like Demetrius Johnson, but I just don't think he can carry a card by himself unless you have another title fight on there. Or like another, like, not a title fight, but a fight that everyone wants to see. Or another title fight, whatever, he gets me. So.
Gets us set for round number 2.
Oh yeah, and then Uriah Faber's been making his name in the news again because he's in line for whoever loses between Dominic and TJ. I mean, he's the perfect opponent. He didn't look very good at featherweight against Frankie. I mean, he's freaking bulky as hell when he's at featherweight. So I think he could drop back down to bantamweight and still be competitive. And you have the trilogy fight with what's his face, with Dominic, and then you have the grudge match with him and TJ. So why not? I know I said shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try and go for a submission right away. Actually, I'm just gonna try and get up. Oh God!
Reversal and into side control. Try to pass there, but he gets stopped.
Good ground and pound. Solid strike.
Lands a hard elbow.
He tags him with the punch.
God damn. Get up, you son of a bitch.
Man, he's taking some hard shots.
Oh, I'm screwed.
He's looking to lock in a submission on the arm here.
He's in the mounted crucifix here, and he's going for an inverted armbar. What he wants to do is, and he got out. Wow. That
yes,
is a
fuck
deep
you,
one.
you douche.
Nice shot to the head.
Half guard.
Just get up.
Back up to his feet. There he goes.
That was awesome.
They go to the clinch.
I saw the cut when it was first open, Joe, but it's really swelling up quickly.
And he's moved to his back. Nice.
I don't know why I just let him out like that.
Anthony Pettis' opponent has to do a much better job at protecting that cut.
He certainly is targeting that cut. He's like a shark. He smells blood, and he's trying to open that thing up.
It's kind of funny that Eddie Alvarez is the one doing all these flashy strikes when Pettis is known for that shit. There it goes.
He's hurt. Oh, big shot from the top.
Pettis is going for a submission.
He's got that arm locked up. Oh, he's caught deep, Mike. Oh, that's it.
There we go. There's a win. We'll make that a tradition. Lose the first one, win the second one by tap out. Yeah, Uriah Faber would be an awesome fight for whoever wins. It'd just be great build up for both of those fights. I really want that to happen. Uriah somehow manages to stay relevant without winning any big fights. It's kind of funny, but I really like Uriah Faber, so why not? I'm trying to think of anything else in the news. Otherwise, I'm going to go into my RIZIN review. I'm just going to do it real quick. Maybe I'll do another fight. This will be the deciding match. Best 2 out of 3, just like rock paper scissors. So my RIZIN reviews and notes here. I love the theatrics of it, and the production values, all the lights, the walk-ins, all that good stuff. I never saw Pride live. I've seen a lot of Pride fights on Fight Pass. I love the pageantry of it, especially as sort of a contrast to the UFC. I think it's like a perfect yin and yang type situation. I want RIZIN to do very well. I don't want to see any great fighters go over there. I'm sort of bummed that Fedor decided to go there instead of the UFC, but I don't know, at least it's something to watch. The Sakuraba fight was just mauled by, Ioki, I think. I forget who he fought now. But he was just mauled. It was terrible to see. Like, he just gets beat to dust. I like the 10-minute rounds like they had in Pride, so I think you see more finishes, but when fights like the first King Mo fight happened, it was so boring. It was just guys very slowly walking around each other, getting a few jabs in every now and again. I watched this on Spike TV Breakfast with Bellator. I didn't watch the stream live, so I didn't get to see everything. I just saw what they wanted to show, but it was still pretty entertaining. The ring It's nostalgic, but I like the cage way better. I think it's, I mean, the only thing with the cage you have to worry about is guys grabbing out of the fence.
Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
Holy shit. I'm gonna try and go to the body more in this fight.
That's a big knee. Powerful strikes.
I didn't watch the Fedor fight with RIZIN because I'm trying to watch all of his fights
Good roundhouse kick to the midsection.
from Pride on to through Strikeforce, through the M1 Global and all that, all the way to RIZIN in order, because I just want to see why everyone says he's like the greatest of all time. I can see, I mean, he was dominant, no doubt, but honestly, I'm not sure why people think he's better than John Jones. Like, John Jones is totally dominant.
Looking for the armbar, looking for the finish.
Oh,
He's looking to keep busy on the ground. That shot caused a lot of blood and opened up a nasty cut.
and while Fedor fought in Pride, he did fight. I mean, Pride was where it was at. Like, but you look at the names he fought. He fought Mirko. He fought Big Nog a few times. He fought Heath Herring. He trying to think other big names. He lost to Fabricio Verdun, Bigfoot Silva, and Dan Henderson while he was in Strikeforce. So it's not like he cleared out really great fighters every time he fought, you know. But that's why I didn't watch the Fedor fight, so I don't have any impressions on that. I knew I got him a can to fight.
There's the right hand.
Another note. Oh yeah, Wanderlei Silva. His oh yeah, Nick Diaz. I forgot to mention that in news and notes. Nick Diaz's suspension got lifted. He's only gonna be serving until the fall now, instead of the 5 years that he was originally sentenced, which is insane. He had to admit that he misused, or he incorrectly used his Fifth Amendment rights while testifying to the commission, which is a ridiculous thing to say.
Cut on his nose continues to get worse and is really pouring blood now.
These guys are trading strikes here.
Oh,
15 seconds left in the round.
come on, get around him.
And the end of the round.
And Wanderlei Silva got his hearing moved until February, which is kind of sad, but reportedly he got bought out of his UFC contract, so he's a free agent. He would be great to go to RIZIN. I would love to see Fedor versus Wanderlei in RIZIN. That would be awesome. I would be so far into that, I would stay up and watch this stream. The women's fight in RIZIN was insane. Lady Tapa versus Gabby Garcia. They were huge. They were bigger than John McCarthy. Gabby Garcia's arms were legitimately bigger than my legs. Like, it was incredible to see. It was incredibly sloppy. It was a fun knockout. Garcia got her with the back fist. Pretty awesome, but it was so sloppy. And one weird thing that in Japan that I noticed is that
This is round 2. And here we go.
knees to the head to a downed opponent are legal, whereas elbows to the head, no matter standing or down, are illegal, which is crazy.
Anthony Pettis is perhaps one of the best strikers to ever fight in the UFC. His
Like, how does that make any sense?
kicking and punching technique, as well as his dynamic and unpredictable creative attacks, like the Showtime kick, make him a fighter to be feared. Big kick to the head.
Solid right hand.
Oh!
Oh, combination.
Powerful right hand.
Alright, back off, guys. I don't like that elbow rule. I think that's real dumb.
And he just missed with the right. Big combination. He connects with the right.
I watched the King Mo knockout that won him the Grand Prix. Pretty good knockout. Good for King Mo.
That hurt him. That's a big right hand. He connects with the punch.
Hip escape. Gets out of the full mount.
Joe, he's looking for a knee bar here.
He's in half guard here. He's looking for the knee bar. What he wants to do is he wants to step over, then scoot his hips down, lock a hold of the leg, extend his body, and then put the leg behind his armpit for maximum leverage. Wow, and he's out.
Wow.
Deep. I thought
That's
it was
ridiculous.
over. His leg was in real
How many
trouble.
freaking moves was that going to be? What the hell?
Pettis' cut on his cheek is nasty. The doctor may need to take a look at this one.
Kimura attempt. And he got his arm free. Hammers.
Solid elbow from the top.
Nice.
Good for King Mo, though. I wanted to see him fight Phil Davis in that Bellator tournament, but he got hurt before he could fight him in the, I think it was the final or semifinal, I'm not sure, but it would have been a great fight to see.
Big takedown.
Hurt him with that right.
Short elbows.
In the full guard here. Nice. Back to half guard now.
That's good ground and pound by Pettis. Oh, Joe, that one busted him wide open.
Yeah, he tagged him with that one, Mike, and the blood is starting to flow.
And he's able to score with the roundhouse kick.
Overall, I thought RIZIN was pretty decent for their first show. Again, I've never seen the main event, so I can't really commentate about it fully or intelligently. Some of the fights seemed like filler. It was a 3-day tournament, I think it was, which is crazy for your first one, but if it can be a new Pride, I'm all in. That would be so cool. And if they can co-promote with like Bellator or ONE FC, I'm all in on that.
Here's a perfect kick to the
But I'm pretty damn excited about this UFC weekend. Oh yeah, one other news note is that UFC 197 has confirmed Conor McGregor versus RDA and Holly Holm versus Miesha Tate, which should be a good fight card. I don't really care what else they put on.
Here we take a look at the number of knockdowns here. Man, he just missed punishing the body with that kick.
Oh boy.
nice shot.
Man, good exchange between both these fighters.
He lands a Superman punch.
Shoot.
That's a huge
Beautiful
suplex.
takedown.
Nice movement on the ground.
Oh shoot.
Stand up and he does.
Oh, he put together a good combo there, Joe. There it is, swing and a miss. Putting on a show here. He's inside control. Pettis with the strong right. Joey's in half guard. And he's able to get back up to his feet. Good roundhouse.
So once again, my picks are Dominic, Pettis, Brown, Pearson,
He certainly is. He's
Cote,
absolutely targeting that cut.
Felder,
He's going to open up even wider now. Nice kicks.
and Ed Herman as my featured fights of the card.
That's a nice clean shot.
There's still some other good cards, or fights on the card, but I forget. Some of them got taken off like right before, like the week or two before this Sunday, which is so unfortunate. But
Oh, that head kick landed.
I'm pretty sure all the fights I mentioned here are still on. So
90 seconds remains in the fight.
Big shot.
Wow! Look at that! Oh, my! Oh!
there we go. There I want to knock out.
And the fight is over.
So there you go.
Very impressive.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Anthony Pettis.
I'm gonna show the stats here, and then that'll be that. and I'll make another video. Hopefully I can win all 3 of my fights if I have that many thoughts. Hopefully I can win all 3 of my fights next time. But still getting used to this. Kind of hard to commentate and play at the same time. Read off my notes and play at the same time.
3 minutes, 41 seconds,
Round
number 3.
I think I got anything else to say. So I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll catch you in the next one. Whoops, I do not want a rematch. I want to get my fight stats. So there you go. There's my fight stats. Thanks for watching. Bye.